Hello, my name is Paul Fix III, reporting for the Car Coach, and this is the 2016 Honda Civic Coupe Touring. This is a good car that's fairly affordable, but has a lot of really good technology in it and some amazing fuel economy. Now, I had a great time reviewing this car, and it only makes me dream of the day when we get to test drive the new SI and Type R. Ooh, rub your hands together maniacally, because we're waiting for that now. Let's get right into the review. Welcome to the interior of the 2016 Honda Civic Coupe. It's actually quite comfortable. There's really good bolstering in the seats, and I do like the two-tone. I think it gives it a nice comfortable look, and this is the touring model, so it's got more of the comfort features, lots of the safety features, and this little CVT, a continuously variable transmission. For those of you who don't know, is a system that works on two cones that are facing the opposite directions, and there is this rubber belt with little teeth on it, kind of like a fan belt, that moves across it as you accelerate and moves to the other side, and that's how it gets the torque out of the transmission. So what it's really good for is fuel economy, which is great. Good fuel economy is something that a lot of the Japanese companies have really been striving for, and Honda's been doing quite well with a lot of their vehicles. And the thing that is not really good for is any kind of performance driving. So something that you lose a lot is that quick acceleration. You can't really drive it. It's more of a I need to go places kind of car than it is a let's have fun kind of car, which is interesting because a lot of the Civic branding you would think would be like, oh, you got the SI and the Type R, which will eventually come along with this generation of Civic. Those will be the fun cars. Those will be the ones with the automatic transmissions, with the flappy pedals, and the manual transmissions where you can really get a lot more out of the car. This is more like a daily driver. It's got a touch screen with a lot of touch controls. I'd prefer a volume dial and a tuning dial, but it's still very easy to use. It's very self-explanatory, and that's really what infotainment systems are all about, ease of use, and I've said this multiple times. It does have CarPlay, and I believe it also has Android Auto, though I do not have an Android phone to test it with, which is always a welcome addition in a car because it makes accessing features a lot easier, and you have to spend less time looking at a screen and more time looking at the road, because the icons that you're looking at the screen are exactly the same ones on your phone, and it has Siri or OK Google functionality, so it makes everything easier. The instrument cluster in front of me is actually really cool. It's like it's straight out of a like one of those sci-fi television shows with the futuristic cars, like KIT. So it has all these digital readouts that look very futuristic, and then there's this big tachometer right in the center. But there's no speedometer dial, something that I really expected to be there. So there's the tachometer, and you got the speedometer, which is just the number, and then you got a bunch of actually really good information you can flip through, navigation and music and telephone, which is all great. But I want there to be a real speedometer, because I guess you could call me an automotive purist. There's certain things that I wish from classic cars that would still be in modern day cars, and one of those things is, don't get rid of the speedometer. This is me pleading to all the car companies out there, please give us real speedometers, because I think it's so helpful to be able to read a dial versus just a number. That's my rant. The car handles fantastically. It's got great sight lines. It's got a lot of storage, and I think the car drives in total. I think the car drives fantastically. I can see why the his turn, her turn video gave it such a positive reception. You can go watch it right here and see what my mom Lauren and Paul Bryan have to say about the Honda Civic. And I can't wait for the hatchback to come out too, because it has very similar styling to the coupe, but the hatchback, I believe, is the only model that they're going to release. The Type R in. I can't wait to see that when it comes to us, and hopefully we can look out for that soon, though we don't really have word on when that might be. The Honda Civic Coupe Touring sports a 1.5 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, pumping out 174 horsepower with the continuously variable transmission. As I mentioned, gets you 31 miles per gallon in the city and 41 miles per gallon on the highway, which is crazy in a car that's not a hybrid, that has a turbo. So we're looking at some really good numbers here. This also has a bunch of safety features like forward braking assist, lane keep assist, lane departure warning, and mitigation. So if you have all the settings turned on and you're maybe drifting in your lane a little bit, it'll kick you right back and give you a warning. And so it's all very safe, which is good in a car that, as this one is spec'd out, just under $30,000. I think you get a lot of value for your money there. Now, despite the fact that I said there's a couple things that I may want changed, I'm fairly happy with the car, and I can't wait to see how it changes in the future and maybe some of the sport models that are coming out. So, if you liked this review, remember to like and subscribe, share with your friends, and as Paul and Lauren like to say, share with your enemies. We don't care, but I would love to see your comments. What do you think about the car? Is there anything that I may have missed? And remember to follow us on social media. Go to our website, laurenfix.com, and sign up for our free newsletter. You can follow me on Twitter at paulfix3, the number. And thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.